this is the Saturday's look, finishing off my 31 looks of January with all of the looks that the girls wore in their video Ego. Today I'm doing Vanessa. They each played a different superhero in the video, and Vanessa's has this gorgeous black smoky green look. Let's get started. I've primed my eye with Urban Decay Primer Potion, and I'm now going to put a little bit of MAC Shade Stick in Shark Skin as the base to really sort of make the greens pop. Underneath. Don't worry too much about this being messy. We're just going to blend that out. Okay, and then get a MAC 217 brush and just blend that out. Okay, and as you can see, I popped a little bit underneath and do the same with that. I haven't put any concealer on yet. I've just put my main foundation on, and so I'll do that afterwards because we are going to be using some pigments in this. Okay, and if you can grab a shade brush, the one I'm using is a Sigma SS239, and I'm going to pat on some matte black shadow. The one I'm using today is Carbon by MAC, a pigment on top of that, and the first one we're going to use is Golden Olive by MAC. These are some samples that I got. Okay, and they're going to take a MAC 239 and just pat that. Just take some on the lid of the pot that you have, tap off the excess, and then place that above the crease of your eyelid. So don't bring it down towards the eye. Okay, just put dab that across the top. Go back in with the MAC 239, 217, and then just blend that out. So small circular motions, blend that across. A MAC 219 brush, and just pop a little bit of that on the edge, and then use this brush to take that along and meet where you pop that Shark Skin and Carbon. Okay guys, let's go back in with the next pigment we're going to be using. This one's Kelly Green by MAC. And then what I want you to do is to take some of this, and on the very front smudgy part of your 239, pop that on and then tap off the excess. What we're going to do is we're going to draw with that edge around the top of the shape that you've already made, and then bring it down to the outer corner. And as you can see, that Kelly Green is absolutely gorgeous, which I love. Just start to pull it down a little bit into the olive green that you've popped on, and then just down and across the bottom of your eyes. So we're getting a real mix of all the colours underneath the eyes. And that really defines it and looks very similar to what she wore in the video. Okay, now you're going to take a MAC 217. This one I would recommend to use a clean one with no product, and then just buff that green. Same 217, take a little bit of Carbon and just deepen up that outer V. Okay, now we're getting a good deep. Apply the highlight colour, and this is a 252. I'm just going to take some matte white, which is gesso, draw that along the eyelash and blend it in. Alright, let's move on to framing the eyebrows. I'm just using a little bit of my pencil. This is a professional eyebrow pencil by Rimmel in the colour Hazel, and I'm just making small strokes through the eyebrows, and then I'm going to comb through with a Ruby and Millie brush. If you want to have a bit more definition on your eyebrows, you can use something like a 208 brush with a little bit of Embarked by MAC, just to sort of sharpen up those lines. If you wish to have something that's a little bit more defining, that's quite a nice one if you've got a similar skin type to me. Okay, now I'm going to, with my Urban Decay 24/7, line the under eye along the waterline, and then up underneath the top eyelashes on the waterline. This will add a real depth to the eyelashes. And then I'm going to go in with MAC's Black Track Fluid Line, and this is a Ruby and Millie brush, and actually it's for concealer, so you don't have to use the brushes for what they require you to. Okay, so just make a nice line across the top of your eyelashes. It doesn't need to be thin, it doesn't need to be thick, but just enough to define. Now, in order to make sure that this sets, this eyeliner sets, then I'm going to go over the top of it with a spot of that carbon, but I'm just taking it down just to the first third of my lower eyelashes. Okay, and we're going to use that MAC 208 I just showed you. Just tap off any excess that you have from any other colours, and then just take it over the carbon and press that on top. Eyes complete. Now I'm just going to pop on a little bit of Studio Finish concealer, and this is NW20, and I'm using the 224 brush, and just buff that in underneath the eyes. I have cleared away any fallout, so make sure you do that first. Okay, what we're then going for is some slightly contoured cheeks, but with a lot of highlighter. And I'm actually going to use a cream highlighter, but to contour I'm just going to use a little bit of Emphasize, which is in the Sculpting Shape palette, and it's just come out with the D Squared collection. They're re-promoting it, and literally just want you to pop it in once you've done the face that you're going to kiss someone, just where the mid of your cheekbone is backwards. If you have need a little bit of extra definition, then just keep layering this up. Okay, and to get the famous VANESSA highlight, then I'm going to use a cream. This is the Ico cream. This is a highlighter. I'm just going to take a small dab on my clean finger, just run it up the cheekbone towards the corner of the eye. And what we're going to do is just blend that in. Okay, that gives the skin a real dewy glow. So if you do want to pop that anywhere else, and on the corner down the centre of the nose, I'll do that, I think. And that gives you a real dewiness, which is lovely. If you want to go over the bronzer, you can. That's her normal look that she wears. Okay, and now for the lips. This is a bit of Bobby Pin in red, and this is a gorgeous gloss, very similar to one that she wears. I'm just applying that with a MAC lip brush. Okay guys, that's the lip finished. This is the first of the 5 looks for the Saturday's Video Ego. I hope you enjoy them. If you like it, then hit the stars down below to rate, and if you want to see the rest of the looks, then hit subscribe. And I hope you're all keeping well. Big hugs.